Doug. All right, we are live in Cambodia. It's like 10:30 in the morning. We're in Phnom Penh. My name's Tom. I'm from Toronto in Canada, and I'm a teacher here and a musician, and I do this YouTube channel to try to help others that want to move here and teach. So I have all the links in the description if you want to check it out, and I'll probably talk about it just in a little bit. Here's a monk. So my plan today is to walk around and answer your questions and talk about stuff. And I also booked an exciting trip where I'm leaving tonight on a sleeper bus to a different city in Cambodia for 3 days, and I have a bunch of plans there. So I'm going to announce that and tell you about that. And I'm also doing something tonight before I go, like in the early evening. And we'll be making our way towards a restaurant called Benito Restaurant, and I've made a proper video there, and they have a brunch buffet that's like only $3.90, and it's like Taiwanese and lots of cool options and lots of fresh ingredients and vegetables and stuff. And so we're gonna end up there at the end, and I'll walk up and show you the whole spread of the buffet and everything, and then and then I'll shut it off because I can't hold my phone and hold the plate and scoop stuff onto the plate. It becomes a big hassle. But by the end, we'll get to the buffet, and I'll just show you all the stuff that's in the buffet and maybe talk about it and stuff, and then that'll be the sign off to this one. So for now, we're just going to walk around and let's see. Walk around and I can answer your questions and stuff. There's a monk there. Oh my God. Howdy, Jonathan. And hey, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. I've got like 2 years of playlists and videos all about Cambodia and teaching and hotels and stuff like that. So if you're just passing by, it's worth it to hit the subscribe. Then it's free. It just lets you know when I post videos. So maybe I'll talk about the teaching real quick, just so if people watch it later, they don't have to watch for a whole hour before I give them the info that the title has on it. So I'll make it real quick though. So if you're interested in moving abroad and living here and teaching English as a way to pay your bills and everything, and you're wondering, who should I go with, or how do I get started? The best way is to choose a very strong TEFL or TESL course, and that's the certification you need to be a teacher. And I've put a link to the one I went to. It's called AVSE, and they're actually government accredited. And there's not many out there that can say that. And they have guaranteed job assistance. Look at this. There's no such thing as like, oh, there's a pedestrian, I better stop for them. Like, there's no, you don't have any right of way ever. It's never your turn when you're a pedestrian. Anyways, so I said, yeah, they have guaranteed job assistance with any of their programs, and they have several programs. There's the 4-week in the country one, that's like the one I did. It's totally immersive. You get practice in real schools, and you get to observe teachers, and then coming out of it, you line you up with job interviews. You can also do it online at home. And that way you can get all the coursework out of the way, like in your own time. You don't have to rush it in 4 weeks. You could chip away over the course of a few months if you wanted to in your spare time. And then they've got a program called Teaching Jobs Abroad. And it's if you already have a TEFL. So if you got one some other way in your own country, or you already have it, or you already taught before or something, but you just want help getting set up with jobs, they have a program for that too. So just check in the description. That's all I'll say about that stuff. And everything I've said, they also do Vietnam, but you have to have a degree to work in Vietnam. Saksabai. I forget what that means. What does that mean? Like happy, happy or something? Fleck, I just finished my online classes. Randomly caught you live. Cool, howdy. I'm still aiming for an October arrival. Nice. Oh, good. I haven't been paying attention to the streets, but I looked on a map ahead of time, so I'd sort of know from looking around, and this is where I wanted to turn. So we didn't get lost yet. Oh, this is where I made a video in this ramen place. It might have been only for members, I forget. That reminds me, while you're in the description, I've links in the description. I put a link to a members section I have on this channel. It costs $3.99 a month, and if you sign up for that, you get exclusive videos that only members can see. I put them pretty much every day. Are you happy, it means. All right. So we're walking in the direction of the actual Russian market, the market itself. Oh, there's a big lady coming here with a... She's saying, squeak, 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 bring out your recycling for me. So I'm answering your questions and showing you a little morning walk, and our destination is going to be a buffet, a Taiwanese brunch buffet. And I'll show you all the items they have and stuff, and then I'll shut it off and then I'll eat. But you'll get to see a buffet at the end. Do you know what bat means? No? Oh, they just go ba. Ah, ba, ba. Flick. Oh, because what's the most a teacher can possibly get paid in Cambodia? You can't, it's like anything is possible. You always think you know, and then you get surprised by you hear someone else. I know 2 people that make more than 2,000, probably like 25. They're making like he won't. It's gone up since I knew what he made when he got the job, and it's gone up a few times. getting raises and different positions in the school, and he won't say the number now. So it's like he's getting paid so much he won't tell me it. So sorry, I was in the way of a bunch of people trying to drop their kids off at school and stuff. Yeah, I think he was more than 35 an hour or something like that. But it's so rare. And those jobs, you have to have a degree. Like, you don't have to have one in Cambodia, but the school, each school itself can decide what they want their requirement to be. Like, so there's a fancy one here called ACE, ACE. And that's where he works, but I don't know any more than that. And I think both of them started at about 2,200 or 20, like just over $2,000. And this is like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So they're up from there, and now they won't say out loud what they make, because it's like, it's so much more than us that it's rude to say. Like, where the hell am I? Okay. Oh, I know where we are. Okay. Yeah. We're kind of getting there too quickly, so I can hang out here on this corner and talk to you guys maybe. No, his qualifications are like, not, he has a degree in something, I forget what it was, not even teaching. So he had a university degree, and he's only like 24 or something. Like, he had never had a job before. And he's from the UK, so he has like a posh accent, so it really sounds, you're learning proper English from a real English person. Like, no, you're more likely to get like 1,100 a month. That's probably the most common to start, especially with no experience in your first job and stuff. I started at 12.50, and after a while I got a raise to like another $50 more. Like, I got like 13.10 or something. Oh, so Oz Killer B, you're asking what about for the job of like a senior graphic designer? Like, I have no idea. He has to say what he feels like what he expects. They're not asking him a trivia question of what's normal for them to be paid. They're asking him in his heart, what does he expect to get paid? Like, he just has to answer that. Like, I would not go in for any lower than this. Or I guess you're worried you'll say a number that's too low, and you could have got more. I have no idea. If you're basing it off what locals make here, it's unbelievable how low their average salary is here for a local person. It's like they make, like, all these people you see on the street, they live off of like $200 a month. And when you work in an international school as a teacher, like how I did, a lot of the other teachers are Khmer teachers, like their math teacher, all the other teachers are Khmer teachers. And you could have someone doing like advanced calculus in high school, and they're a Khmer teacher, and they only make like 300 a month or something. Then I walk in after, and I'm doing like, everybody stand up in a circle, we're doing a game right now, and I make 4 to 5 times more than they make, and we're just doing like games and stuff like that. Let's play hangman on the board, like, and I'm getting 1,300 a month, and the Khmer math teachers are getting like 300 a month or something. So they know that. They know that they do the same job or even a harder job, and they get 4 times less money than us. Anyway, so my point was going to be, if that job he's applying for could be a Khmer person working it, then the salary might not be so much. It might be like 800 or something. But if it's meant for a foreigner, then it could be like it could be really high. Like, I knew a guy here that worked for a tech startup. I don't know what he did. Computer nerd kind of guy, and he had a whole house like to himself. So he was really making good money. So maybe I'll tell you about my trip announcement. I booked a trip and I'm leaving tonight on a sleeper bus. I booked a trip to Siem Reap. And I was also asked by Lola Bar to make a video for them tonight. Between 6 and 9 p.m. they're having a murder mystery party where you buy tickets to it and then everyone gets a character and like dinner's included. And by the end, you have to guess who the murderer is or something. And everyone's drinking too. And so they're letting me come for free. And I just have to make a video, but just a 1-minute vertical video so they can use it for promotion on Facebook and TikTok and stuff. And, that'll be over by like 9 or 9:30. And then at 11:30, so like 2 hours later, I'll be getting onto a bus. They call it a sleeper bus. So you get your seat that you buy is like a flat, like you lay down flat on a little bed and you can like shut your curtain and then you're in there alone. Because it takes like 6 hours to get to Siem Reap. So I'm going to get there at 6 in the morning, and then but the hotel, you can't check in till like 2. So I'm gonna have to like kill time all day making videos and going live, and so stay tuned. There'll be lots of content coming from Siem Reap. Jeez, you can't just put your van there like a fucking idiot. How long was I in Battambang? Well, it was like, that was almost 2 years ago. I was there for, I forget, like 3 nights probably, or 2 nights. I took the railway train there. I do not recommend that. It was really long and uncomfortable. Oh, that's the street right there. So we're close to the buffet. It's only been 20 minutes. Parking is amazing, yeah. I guess I'm safe here. I'm behind a wall of cars. Oh, cool, yeah. Yeah, this street right here. I'm getting hungry too. I might not go a whole hour, but we'll go another like 15, 20 minutes or if people start talking, then we'll keep going. But anyways, for this trip, I booked 3 nights of hotels, and the first night is on a bus. If you count tonight, because I kind of leave my place and start the trip, then tonight might count as a night. So 1 night on the bus, and then the next 3 nights is a different hotel each night. And I picked like a very fancy room. You know, when you choose a hotel, then you can see what rooms do they have, and you keep scrolling down and it's more expensive and nicer and nicer and nicer. So the first night that I'm there in a hotel, I'm staying in one where it's like the lowest one down, like a junior suite, and it has its own backyard with a hot tub jacuzzi in the backyard. But because it's low season right now, some of these hotels are having like 80% off. So instead of like 120 a night, it's like 35 or 45 a night, like for their top room. So that's what I did. I'm paying something like 45, I think, for that first night. But it's their like executive suite with a whole backyard and then a hot tub in the ground in the backyard, and then the next night it's more like a $20 room. But again, I found a hotel that was having like an 80% off. So even the medium hotel, the medium niceness, it might also be a very, very nice hotel. But that one's just a balcony with a pool view. But it said like a terrace balcony, so it's like a really big balcony. So that goes, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then now the third night, Monday night, I would show up Monday afternoon to check into the third place. And I picked a hostel that's only $3 a night. So I'm going to show all these places in videos, right? But what I've done for the bus coming home is I booked it for Monday night at like 11:30 p.m. coming home. So that $3 a night place, I'm not even going to sleep there. Oh, is it still working? Yeah. My screen just went darker. So yeah, on Monday, in 2 p.m. you can check into hotels. So like on Monday at 2 p.m. I'll check into this hostel that's only $3 a night. But I'm really only hanging out there till 11:30 at night, and then I'm getting on a bus. But that's totally enough time to make videos, and it gets dark here at 6:30, so I'll have like 4 hours of it looking like nighttime and daytime. And I think it's like a big pub hostel, and I looked at the pictures, it looks really new and very clean. So it might be a good place. But again, I'm not even going to sleep there overnight. I'm out of there at like 11. And then I'll get home Tuesday morning at like 6 in the morning here. And so I'm just going to be getting content the whole time. I might not even waste time editing. Like just come back with all the footage. And I might have enough for like 10 videos, because it's going to be a video on getting there, and then a video on each hotel. And I'm going to do at least 2 things. So then there's six right there. Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of YouTubers I'm going to meet up with. There's one called Mahoney Travels you guys should check out. It's new, and it's this guy and his partner, and his partner's a Khmer woman, and she shows them really cool stuff, and they make food, and they're pretty new, so they only just hit 1,000 recently, but I predict they're going to grow fast. They're a really cool channel, and I'm going to meet up with them there. And I told him that, and he's like, cool. And then he said he's going to try to get together all the other people in Siem Reap, like for real. And a lot of the other channels are in Siem Reap. So because I'm coming and I said, let's hang out, then he said he'll try to get some other YouTubers out. So there might be a bunch of us. That could be a video. So we're already talking 6 or 7 made videos, but then also going live. And then also like, I'll be doing members videos too. I have the members section on YouTube, and I'll go live for them, and then it posts there, and only they can see it, and I do it like every day. It's $3.99, go check it out. I miss a day sometimes, like just recently I was sick, and then you have a day where it rains all day, and I'm like laying in bed sick. It's like you might not get one that day, but 25 or 30 a month. Exclusive videos. And it might be cool to be a member when I do a trip like this, because then things might happen to me, or oh my god, the bus broke down, or da 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 da, and like the members can see all the behind the scenes stuff. I don't know if I ever told you guys, I did a sleeper bus one time last year or 2 years ago here, and I always pick the cheapest thing I can find, and so I chose this one. And I think what happened was the bus that I booked, it only had me and one other person, and so that wasn't enough tickets sold to justify that bus, but they don't tell us that because they don't want to refund us. So they let us on, and they start driving, and it's the middle of the night, and what they're doing is they're intercepting with another bus, and they're just going to stuff us into that one because it's already going. And they don't tell us any of this though. So to me, we just stop on the side of the road after like 1 hour of driving, and we get off, and then they're leading me on to another bus, and I think, okay, whatever. And I don't realize this second bus is completely full. They're like, stuff these 2 extra people, then we don't have to take an extra bus, I guess. I'm just guessing that's why. And so the guy's walking down the aisle looking in each one, and then he just pulls open a curtain and gestures like, get in here. And I look, and there's a guy in there already. And he kind of just moves over a little bit, and then so I'm like squeezed in back to back with a complete stranger guy, like in the sleeper bunk. What if I was obese? What if I was a woman? Or what if I was a granny or something? Like, you can't. And they were like wooden shelves you're basically laying on, and it would be uncomfortable just on your own. I had to like squeeze in with another guy for 5 hours, like. So it's so brutal, and that's not really supposed to happen. And so this time I booked, and then there's different companies and different prices, and I booked one that's like the best company that they had, and it's like $6 more than all the other companies. And they had a picture of the bus from the outside, and it looked like a really modern, looked like a 2024 bus, like. And I think the way these work is there's no way you could share. It's like it's assigned seat, like you have to get your spot. They sell, the way they're doing it is way more organized. So I think I'll have my own bunk. And then if you had your own bunk, it would be amazing. You shut your curtain, you're in your own world. You have like a fan, you can charge your phone. There's a little light probably, like it's like having your own little world in there. Like, so we'll see. And when I booked it, I just booked it last minute yesterday. You had to choose your seat, and I'm on the the farthest seat at the very back, because it's like the whole thing was booked. So it might be like a full bus, but as I said, I don't care. I'll get to the place early, and the bus will be parked there, and I'll just walk on and film what it looks like in there. Get enough footage, hop in my bunk, shut that curtain, and put earplugs in or something, and just go to bed. Like, wake up and see him read. Like, so hopefully it goes good like that. This is like organs. That's a tongue. But that looks good. Yeah, it's like the intestines and the tongue and all the face meat. Oh, I chose, you're probably going to tell me a bunch of horror stories about them too. I chose this one called Lerita Express. And I've done their company before when you just get in a normal van to Campod or whatever. And they're way better. Like, their guys are in uniforms, and everything's just nicer. They're organized, and they're professional. When you talk to them, they're not like, what? Like, no. They're, oh, sir, yeah, da. And they gave you a bottle of water. And I remember I had like a good time, and it was on time, and the vehicles were new, and it had air conditioning, and like everything was just better. I went with one recently when I went to Korong. It was a different bus company, and they were really good too. I forget what they were. I think it might have been what Killer B just said. Airbus VET. Yeah, I went with Larita. But I just gave them this shining review just now, but let's wait till tonight till I get on. We'll see what happens. I don't need much. I just ask that they don't shove another person into my seat. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Into my bed or whatever. If they can just do that, I'll be fine. Like, give me a little spot and I'll shut my thing, and then I don't even need a curtain. Let's say if I went to shut my curtain and it just fell off, I'd be like, well, fuck it, and just go to bed. Like, I just don't want another human being squished up next to me in a single bed. It was literally just like the width of, if you were laying on your back, it's like the width of your body, right? So the guy had to go up on his side, like on his shoulder, and then so did I. And we were back to back, just like sharing a one-person shelf. Like, What months are low season right now? It's like the rain season. So what would you say? I'm not an expert on all that, but probably July, August, even up to November, I'd say. July, August, September, October, and maybe even June. I think it's also because when it starts to get cold in other countries, that's when they want to have a vacation, and tourism, November, December, January, February, March. And that's also rain season ends. Like people are planning their big trip to Southeast Asia and all their money they've been saving for years. You don't want to come when it's raining every single day, because you have tours and trips you've planned and let's go see Angkor Wat and da-da-da. And you don't want to stand in pounding rain. So to be safe, you book it for a time of the year when it's not raining ever. So I think that's why. Oof. That could happen to me in Siem Reap. I could be like walking through floods. You never know this could be quite an adventure. We're in rain. Like, I didn't even check the weather. What if, I wake up in the bus on Saturday morning at 6 in the morning. There's this really cool restaurant there called TEFL Restaurant. Everybody knows it, and it's open 24 hours, and it's like half outside. It's like a big covered patio, and it's a safe place, and you could just stay there for hours. And so I think that's going to be where I go first, and just get myself, figure out what I'm going to do. But just imagine if it's monsoons at that time or something like, and I don't even have a place yet. Like, yeah, I've been to Temple before. That's where I tried frogs the first time, like 2 years ago. I made a video there. I've been to Siem Reap like at least 3 times, maybe 4 times. Oh yeah, and another video idea I want to make there is, when you walk by a tuk-tuk guy and they offer like, oh, sir, can I'll show you around for an hour. Like they're offering you kind of like an hour. They'll tour guide you around to some places, and sometimes they have a laminated like menu with pictures of different places, and you could be like, okay, take me here, here, and here, or whatever. And I always tell those people, leave me alone, or no thank you and stuff. But I might go up to one of them and be like, show me the countryside, because that's what everyone's asking, like, is it really more nature in Siem Reap? And I want to show, like, within a 5-minute drive, whoa, you're way out, like take me to a farm and take me to a waterfall or something. I don't know. See what they pay a guy to take me around for an hour and make a video. And then sometime hopefully they could speak English, and if they're a little bit of a character, that could be funny in the video, like the way their personality and stuff. Get one of these guys. And yeah, if you feel like donating to the channel, I put a link to my PayPal in the description, or you can also send donations in the chat here, super thanks, and you can also do it after the fact on videos, I think. Even if it's not live, you're like, wow, that was a really good video, and you can press like super thanks or a $. These people almost ran me over like 3 times now, like going back and forth. Yeah, sometimes they're like, they act really kooky and crazy to be more fun and stuff, and they probably get a tip that way. And if they act really like out of the ordinary in a really fun way, and then when they drop you off, you go tell your friends, and they usually too, if they can tell you had a good time, they'll say like, here, like, take my phone number, and if you ever need anyone or your friends do, like, tell them to call me and I'll pick them up. And they try to be your personal guy. Like, when you walk by, you can tell they try to bark at you like, hey, come on, brother, you want to come on a tour, brother, take you around, like stuff like that. And then you just like find a guy that looks fun or whatever, and then hop in. Yeah, is Kulin, what you just said there, Fleck, is that near Siem Reap? I have no idea. Because then I'll do that. That'll be the same trip. Like, my tuk-tuk idea I just said will be to that place then. Bring a kooky driver with me. You never know who you... I'm not really like that kind of person to go up to people and just make new friends for like that or whatever, but you never know that it... All of a sudden we're on the way to the falls with... oh, this is like someone I just met and they're coming with us too. Or like, you never know if I'll have an entourage. All right. Feels like a natural place to end it off here, I think. I'm gonna go... Oh yeah, we gotta go in the buffet. I'll show it to you. Let's go in there. But I'm not gonna show myself eating. We're gonna go in and I'll film all the stuff they have and then I'll shut her off. They change up the menu, like they change up what they're making every day too. So if you come back another time, it could be all different. I've come twice and it was all different stuff. They interchange different stuff in and out. Oh, that's a new sign. If you want to meet Cambodian girls, don't wear shorts. Hi. Just for me. Hey, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, take a look. This is like cauliflower, looks like. Fresh rolls, chicken. It's like glass noodles. There's steamed rice in here. It's a tomato. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not leaving, I'm just saying. All right, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm getting on the bus tonight, so stay tuned for my adventures. Remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.